Now, when I lifted this truck right here, it was a 6-inch lift. And I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I really felt like I outgrew that lift. The great thing about the adjustable coilovers in the front is that you can adjust the height of the truck. You know, if you want to do a 6 to 8 or a 8 to 10, they sell different adjustable coilovers for these trucks. The problem though is to match the back. 80% of the Super Duties that I've seen on the road with a lift kit that's past 7 inches has a slight squat in the back that to me doesn't look very good at all. You can alleviate that by getting a block. If you see a truck, F250, past 7 inches, they have to get a custom block. There's no way around it. Vendors, they don't carry anything over that. So you're gonna have to get a custom block. For me, that was roughly about $800 to match the rear height of the truck to the front. The other way out of that is to get airbags. And that's up to you if you want to go that route. For me, it just wasn't feasible to do airbags on the truck. That's another added expense. You know, airbags down the road, they do have some wear and tear. The blocks, they don't. Oftentimes, I get the question, how much does your lift cost? How much is, you know, a good suspension lift cost? And that varies. I know on my truck, it was about $12,000 on the F250. So as you can see here, I have the BDS Fox shocks with the adjustable coilovers. I strongly recommend the adjustable coilovers so you can tailor the height of your truck the way you want it. Don't cheap out on your lift, guys. That right there is what's gonna make your truck smooth. Sometimes you see these trucks bouncing down the road. Those are not quality shocks. The wheel, however, the rim, get the rim that you desire. Just make sure it has the offset that you want. The Tundra has a much more aggressive offset than the Ford, which I really like. So in your lift kit package that you're building, you want to consider getting some type of front end stabilizer, as you can see on the Tundra here. What that's going to do is keep your front wheels stable when you're driving highway speeds. If you have a wobble, it can create some unnecessary stress on other components. So if you spend that just a little extra to get you a front end stabilizer on your truck, I strongly recommend it. So when considering a lift, you might as well update your headlights while you're at it. The stock headlights don't really play well with the lift on either of these trucks. So we both went aftermarket headlights, and they're both Morimotos. These lights right here, you get what you pay for, about $1,500 for the headlight, but the functionality you get with it is very much worth it. We both went with the amber lights, and when I say you stand out of a crowd, if that's your goal, you will definitely be accomplished.
So you all, another thing about the lifts, a lot of people never talk about the health that you have to be in order to have a lifted truck. You can't be a person that's dealing with a shortness of breath, you know, or a heavy smoker, or a lazy person. Yeah, you can't be none of those, because guess what? If you are any one of those, you're going to regret getting a lifted truck because of the requirements of climbing in there and getting out of it. And also, if you're a person that's not keeping yourself up as well as far as walking a lot or exercising, your joints and your hip and your knees may go out, you know, depending on how you got your truck lifted. So you want to take those things and keep in consideration as far as how much you want the truck lifted, if you don't want it to put a lot of wear and tear on your body, okay? 9 times out of 10 from what I've seen out here, because I pay attention to a lot of stuff, I don't see too many heavy set people getting out of a lifted truck, you know, because it requires, you know,
some effort.
Yeah, effort and breath. You know, you got to have, you know, long-winded breath to get in and out of shortness of breath. So those are the type of things you got to keep in consideration as well.
Now I will say this, this is about the highest I'll go on my truck. Anything higher, I wouldn't want. It'll be a struggle to get in it. So this is about as high as I want it.
when investing into any car or truck, you always want to think about the long term in various situations.
Yeah, think about the long term. If you're not gonna hold on to your truck, I don't recommend that you dump that kind of money into it just to say that you're riding on a lift. I purchased this truck with a BDS lift on it already. I had already significant knowledge about lift kits prior to buying this truck, so I knew what I was getting into. Whatever money you put in, and I'm sure you all know this, you're not going to get it back when you sell these trucks. I got a killer deal on this truck, and the cost of the lift kit did not transfer over into the value of the truck at all. So they look good, but they sure don't add any value to the truck. So
only way it can add value if you are selling it as a private owner. If someone wants to buy the truck for what you're selling it for. But if you're trying to go sell it to a dealership or somewhere and you're trying to grab something else, you're not going to get it.
Yeah, CarMax ain't going to get it.
They're going to appraise it at stock value. Let's be honest, guys.
Less than stock. You know, CarMax be tripping.
But those are the things you have to take in consideration. And also, if you have, if you're using the truck as far as like people are always riding with you, you want to take that in consideration as well. As far as, should I get the truck lifted due to you having wife and kids, or friends or family always riding with you? You know, because you'll be dealing with complaints all the time.
We'll deal with complaints
saying, why you got the truck lifted where they can't get off in the truck?
They'll try to sue you.
And they might sue you if they fall out the truck and slip and fall. And you think this is a game, or you think it's funny, but it will happen, guys. I knew a guy, his own brother, or I think he said his brother or his uncle or somebody, tried to sue him because he slipped and broke his ankle getting out the truck. So he wanted him to pay for the doctor bill, and he also wanted to make that foul under his insurance, and State Farm wouldn't cover it. So just take that in consideration, guys.